Hi, I want to take just a few minutes to talk about your Wiki Group assignment. As I talked about in the introduction to the course video, in week 1, you're going to discuss a vulnerable population that you particularly are interested in. So what you're going to do is, this is the discussion board to enter that information. So here's your picking a topic for the wiki. So everybody is going to post in a general discussion board about one vulnerable population that you are interested in. Then, as you read over each other's posts, you're going to formulate your wiki group. The wiki groups for right now should not be more than 4 students per group. That may change, and I will let you know during week 1 if we need to make smaller groups or make bigger groups, because right now the class roster has us at 24 students. So I'd like to do 4 groups, or 6 groups, I'm sorry, of 4 students each. But that could change with additional students coming into the course or some students dropping out of the course. So that is yet to be determined, but I'm hoping around 4 students per group. So that being said, week 1, you're going to talk about your vulnerable population. Then, once you have formulated a group of 4 students, question mark 4 students, as it's still yet to be determined, you're going to start working on your wiki for that vulnerable population. So these are your wiki groups. I will add 2 more groups because there'll hopefully be 6 groups. But I have a wiki sample here. Actually, Lisa Albert did the wiki sample, so I'm going to show you hers and show you how that works. So here is her sample, and she has the elderly population as the vulnerable population. And there's a rubric that goes along with this assignment, and she has in her wiki all the information that is in the rubric that is necessary for this wiki. So to get this information onto the wiki, you're going to hit the Edit Wiki Content. Now, wikis are able to be edited by all group members, so you can put something on, and if somebody in your group has something to add, they can edit what you have to fit with what they have, and you are all encouraged to work through the wiki together so that all spelling errors are caught. I want it to have some creativity elements to it, so adding pictures, you can change your font color, you can change your colors, anything that helps add pop to the information. So as you see here, all this information is here, and she added this picture, and maybe I'm a member of Lisa's group, and I want to add a description of this picture here. So I can just this image represents the growth of the aging population in the U.S. Stop there because it went down. So I added this to this wiki. She had all this information. I'm able to add this. And then after I've added that information, I can go down here and I hit the submit button. It takes a minute, depending on how, as your wiki gets bigger and bigger, it will take longer to upload. But then you can see my addition here. This image represents the growth of the aging population. And she could go back and edit that if she didn't want it to say that, or I can edit her content. So you work together within your group. It's a lot of people divide up the content so that you're tackling that content to help spread out the group work. But then within everybody's section, everybody else should be spell checking, and it should look like a cohesive document. It should not look like 4 different people put information in there and it be a hodgepodge. So there should be a color theme, there should be images, there should be general cohesiveness to the wiki. Now I'm going to go back and, I'm going to edit the wiki content, and I'm going to take that out so that it doesn't get saved on there like that. But just as easily as I put it in, I can take it out. Hit the submit button. And now that information is no longer there. So in the name, this is where you're going to put your vulnerable population. So you can say elderly. And then you're going to start here with group members. Lisa, Albert, Rebecca, Modine. And you're going to list your group members there right at the top of your wiki and then start your information. Okay. If you have any questions, again, don't hesitate to email me with any questions as they come up as you're working on that. But again, the big thing is make sure it's not just all content documentation, that there's pictures to it, you have changes in your font and changes in your, see how this is larger sized text, and then underlines, boldings, to really solidify your information in a cohesive document and make it easy and interesting for everybody to read.